Talofa lava and welcome back. Yes, it is Rotuman Language Week, so no ia e Māori. If you haven't already or you're still struggling to kind of like, what is Rotuman Language Week? Head over to MPP, Ministry of Peoples, Pacific People, their Facebook page, and they will be sharing a series of videos, phrases and word for the day to help you learn a little bit about their language. So head over there now and like, share and comment to help our Pasifika people keep their language alive and survive. And yes, joining us today is a small business that we know is the perfect fit for all walks of life, right, ladies?
Nice.
For all walks of life. I don't know, but before we went into a break, we were talking a little bit, or I did a little bit of a spiel with regards to your company. Can you both give us a little insight of what Muse is all about? If I've missed anything, please. The company, the shoes. Do you want to go first?
Okay, well, first of all, we personally struggled in finding shoes that could fit us perfectly ourselves. With our line of work, we've already mentioned before, we just sat there one day and we're like, where did you get your shoes from? And we was like, oh, I get it from like, can I say that? I don't know.
But
And
now.
I'm just like, I kind of squeezing my feet in like maybe 2 sizes too small heels right now. So, but we both shared the idea that, we both one day wanted to start our own business to make shoes for ourselves, shoes that we would personally wear ourselves. Affordable, fashion forward too. So that was kind of the ignition of Muse. We didn't actually, how do I say, follow through with it until years later.
Time.
But glad that we're in year 2 of our business now. And we survived COVID.
Yeah, you survived COVID, man.
And I feel like
congratulations.
I know.
Because it's a massive
thank you,
achievement.
everyone.
Thank you to all of the viewers.
Exactly. But that was kind of.
Yeah, I think Susan pretty much covered it. I think that probably the only thing I can add is that we really struggled to find shoes that were good quality, comfortable, and stylish. So there was a gap that we saw because we had that struggle ourselves. And a big part of our inspiration, I guess, were our parents, because they migrated here from islands and they did everything for us. So now it's our turn to push forward and do something else.
Get back.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Talk a little bit about the shoes. We've got some shoes, and this is really, really
size
cute.
Is that
Sorry.
one, actually?
What size? This is size 12.
Oh yeah,
wow, that's me.
That's so quite.
12.
It doesn't even look like a size.
No,
12.
and that's what we were aiming for, is looking for a shoe that was looked good on the foot, but didn't look like you were wearing like Ronald McDonald shoes.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit extra width in there for our wider footed girls. Comfortable was like the main thing. Comfort was at the forefront of designing the shoe.
And what is the name of?
That's our Cleo.
Our Cleo.
Yep.
Named by Susan's husband. He comes up with a lot of names, which is great.
That's his little 5 cents into it. But it is a family. Family
business.
Definitely a family business. Like
I love that Cleo. My sister's got a pair of these, but I don't know if they're Cleos.
Oh, okay. So
and
she's got the white EVA outsole.
Yeah. So these are very, very popular at the moment.
Very.
And very comfy. But anyways, I'll let you go a little bit more into the names, where the names come from, and quality of your shoes in the business.
So we made up our own size guide. So we go from size 9 to size 14, which is probably more of a 15. So our sizes are bigger, but we just like to say that we're like a size 11 in new shoes. Just go down a size, but. Each shoe, we kind of find inspiration behind it within the strong woman in our family. And this one is our Lola heel. So this was named after probably the matriarch of our Tongan family on my mum's side. So as you can see, it's very elegant, like my grandma.
Yeah.
And it's actually a fave. We've restocked this shoe type of style numerous times.
Yeah.
So the main points is that it's really comfortable,
Yeah.
block heel, and stylish.
And I love this. This is actually in
The
right now.
transparent.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid of the
Very-
transparent band.
Yeah,
It's
the
very
transparent.
flattering.
It's very sexy, actually.
Yeah. Very.
So, I love
The
that.
Lola
Yeah.
heel.
And, you know, and I can see it's definitely the comfort is there. So, you know,
Yeah.
love it. And you can actually view the shoes on their website, which is Muse.
.co.nz.
There we go.
Very easy. Yeah. And I'm holding this is one of our latest additions to our collection. This is called the Luffy Loafer, named after my mum. We had actually a Luffy meal, which was a slip-on, but we tried to push, I kind of, as soon as I saw this shoe and it sort of like added my little touches to it, I knew it was my mum's shoe straight away, and I knew if she was still here with us, it would be something she'd be rocking, like to church, going out to dinner, to the mall, and everything. So this is just a PU. It's extra width in there, very comfortable, extra padding on the insole. So, like I said before, comfort was something that was missing for all the shoes that I previously wore. So comfort was very important. And finished with a gold horse buckle.
Yes.
Yeah.
But, you know, again, as well, being Samoan, comfort is very, very important because we always have to run around and do the fit owls.
Yeah.
So you always have to have comfortable shoes.
Oh,
and
yeah.
honestly, they look comfy. And you know what? Why not do the fit owls in like flash kicks?
Yeah,
Like
why
flash
not? In
shoes.
style.
Like, do it in style.
Yes.
But if you ever give me shoes and fit owls, we don't go well. So. But no, I love that you have named or you honor your family members in the product that you produce for your company. Talk us through a little bit about how you both design, but you also take it outside for it to be made. Because that's what's the process behind all of that? Do you do a lot of traveling outside? Or?
So we come up with, we kind of think of what's missing in the market pretty much. So if we really thought that there was a heel missing for us, larger
definitely,
size, curvy soled woman. So we just put our heads together. Susan really takes the lead on that.
Yeah.
So Susan does mainly the style. I'm kind of like, I'm a yes person. I'm yes to everything.
I used to work part time at a club, so I know that island people need something.
You need a sturdy shoe.
Good, like some really
Can't do
good.
skinny stiletto.
No.
Sorry. Yeah.
For the dance moves,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like
That's
for those
a
stuff.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
But and then it goes through that process, and we finalize all the details we want. And to be honest, our first order of shoes, we thought it was great.
Yeah.
And then it came, and then we realized, oh no, there's so much more that goes into this.
Yeah, it was like, I think, you learn as you go.
Yeah.
And for us, that was a big lesson for us. You don't necessarily take the first, offer.
Yeah.
That was a hard lesson for us, but yeah, we're still surviving.
surviving.
And I'm still here, gone through a few suppliers, but have kind of made great relationships with our factories in China. So we do. So the process is we basically come up with the design, flick it through to our factories. They do a sample for us, a couple of samples, and it does take a bit of time. Like it does take like a good few months.
Yes.
And then when everything's okay, we've tested it ourselves personally.
Yeah.
We give them the okay, and then it's about a month for them to go to mass production. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Do you think long term? Would you definitely would you look at maybe moving that mass production here to New Zealand?
You know what? That would
would
be
love to.
amazing.
Yeah,
That
I know
would
that
be
there's a lot of
amazing.
work because it's not really like, but was that something that you would look at? Because it's quite pricey still as well.
It is. Yeah. I guess.
I think we've looked worldwide for suppliers. We've had samples from all over the place, and we really find that kind of delivered on quality, which you know, sometimes we think in our mind, I don't know, there's that kind of
yes
reputation.
Stigma, yeah.
But,
made in China, like, not sure.
yeah. But every shoe is handmade, so that's another really attention to detail. So
no shoe is the same. So you would, no shoe is the same.
Of course, if it would always be, if we could do business in New Zealand, that would be our number one. But just right now, we're getting there.
Yeah, getting there. You're like, still like in the planning process.
Yeah, we're still a baby. Yeah,
still a baby, but
that
still.
is, no, you got to set those big goals.
Yeah. But I love it. Like, you guys design your own shoes, and you've dream. You know, this was just a dream.
It was,
And now you have your own label. You have your own. You design your own shoes.
Yes.
That's pretty massive. That's still pretty wicked, I think.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It is pretty wicked.
It is.
We have to think about it.
You're thinking about it, and you're like, you know, Limbo's got a few photos that we're gonna like quickly run through the page of the live.
So that's the whole
But man, like, you know, you're like, you really are like, you know, you're gonna put a dent in that market, and like, you own your own shoe company. Like, who would have thought that our bus figure? I mean, like, let's be honest. I think the only shoe company that I've seen is the Jandals with the yellow and the red and some.
Oh, yes.
Our very own Javianas.
I've owned one of those. Yeah, my husband has.
But do you know what I mean? Like, you own a shoe company, and you know your product. You know what our Pacifica, not mainly our Pacifica people, but you know, because you lived, your customer base, but you've experienced it yourself.
Yeah.
And I know that a lot of people in my family who are actually very athletic, very sporty, who struggle and to find the perfect fit. And I think it was, we went out one night, and the trick was that, because I think I'm a size 9 or 8, small.
No.
But the trick was, if we were to share our heel, that we'd have to wear something like this.
Oh, yes.
So that it would give my cousin or whatever that space.
Bit of clip hanging.
To like have the toe kind of out like a little bit. But by the end of the night, you wouldn't even know. But
after a few, by the end of the night,
when it's dark.
But you have, you know, you've put your two creative minds together, and you haven't complained about it. You've come up with a solution. So I think that's pretty awesome. So well done, ladies.
Thank you.
I should say also that it looks like we did this all by ourselves, but we have a massive support base. So our families have been pushing us, even when we thought, oh, should we do this? They were always backing us.
But how awesome is our Pacifica community when they really get behind you? We can achieve so much more when you have that big, massive village that come behind you and like, you can do it. You can do it. So no, I love that. And, you know, that brings me to that question because you're right, you're both happily married. And obviously there would have had to be that panel and that pitch, that sales pitch that you had to put forward to your lovely husbands, who, by the way, are both Samoans.
Yes, they are.
They're both Samoans. And look, you know what? I think the story is. I think we'll wait. We'll go into a music break, and we'll let the ladies give you their sales. Yeah, story time. Story times about our. Because what? The men in our...
the men behind Muse.
The men behind Muse.
Oh, yeah.
Do they try the shoes out?
Yeah.
No.
No? Oh, sorry, Laura.
Straight after the break, we'll tell you which one was Laura's favourite shoes.
It's going to be as well.
na ooy sungay pilelo landele oh lo say ilo landele na lo say I ele suya lo say I unilangona lo say na ooy sunga ete opo au iyo lima elangona le mafana fana famali ene fa alongona le alofa ai uola abatulo iwalofa na ooy sungay pilelo landele oh lo say ilo landele na lo say I ele suya lo say I unilangona lo say na ooy sunga maoni te chausi inda ile imale mativa otele solo ilava lo usei apere ita avatulo iwalofa na ooy sungay pilelo landele oh lo say ilo landele na lo say I ele suya lo say I unilangona lo say na ooy sunga ilo landele na lo say I ele suya lo say I unilangona lo say na ooy sunga ilo landele na lo say I ele suya lo say I unilangona lo say
Hey, darling, oh, way up high up in the sky. Tell me why you lost your splendor, darling. What is the cause your love withdraws? Is it because you lost your love? Baby, darling, oh, way up high up in the sky. Tell me why you lost your splendor. Oh, yeah, darling.
Kia ora and welcome back to BluTable Talanoa, where today we have the beautiful owner, Amelia and Susan Muse Footwear, which is a footwear company, who cater and accommodate to our curvy souls. Because let's be honest, a lot of us, God has blessed us with a little bit more. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Amen to that. So sometimes we do need some clever women to collaborate and to help our Pasifika people out. And we did, before we went into our music break, we mentioned that we were going to talk a little bit about the men behind Muse, because I actually had the honor of meeting one of them last week, and he was yeah. I'm going to interview him next, actually, because I want to get to know him a little bit more. But tell us a little bit about the spiel, like the sales pitch. How did that go?
So in the beginning, when we were, it was just a dream, and we were just thinking about it, and me and Susan thought, okay, we'll have a dinner and we'll pitch it to our
Feed
husbands.
them first.
Feed them.
Yeah.
Or Susan's cooking. It was at Susan's house.
Feed them first.
But yeah, you go. It was kind of like the Shark Tank a little bit.
Yeah, we did feel like we were in the Shark Tank. But yeah, we basically built out a business plan, and then we pitched it to our panel, our shareholders or our investors, I should say. Our investors. And they hit us with some really, really good questions.
Yes.
And although they are our biggest supporters, they're probably our most serious and honest critics.
Yeah.
Everything they fed back was really beneficial for us starting from the ground.
It's constructive.
Very constructive, and they really delivered it in a loving manner, and then they got a bit carried away. But
and then they wanted to take half of the company.
We had to kind of negotiate on shares and whatnot. But in the end, it and it always has been a joint effort with our husbands and our families. That was basically it. That was our pitch. Our pitch to our two husbands, sitting there thinking that they were really important people with big money.
Not only that, they're your foot models,
and foot models.
You're going to get into trouble for this.
He might be a bit proud though.
You know what? It's no shame in my husband.
You know what? And
holding his feet.
You know what? Because you need supportive men and a supportive family environment.
Yeah.
You know, just do whatever it takes to make sure that the comfort is
Everyone tries the shoes on. My sister tries it on. My aunties, like my Fijian aunties, like that's where I feel like I inherited my really big. I don't have really, really big feet, but wider feet. So my aunties tested it. Even my aunties in the village, like they need the sandals. So they're all rocking all the samples, like the ones that we kind of test. Yeah, the ones are kind of like, oh yeah, that's not going to work. No, they're right. So they're still wearing it.
That's cool.
It was a family effort.
But you know, how important is family in business?
Number one.
Can't do it without them, really.
Well, our business, we can't.
For sure. From like keeping our stock in the garage, like of my house, like my dad's like, oh, I'm going to start charging you guys. But then they're the most like proud. Like my dad will take photos and like send it to like our family Viber group and just like, oh, look at the Muse business. And then he's like, oh, I want to start a shop in the islands. And then like, there's heaps of people out there that need these shoes. And like, he's the one that's kind of,
spreading the word.
I love that.
As much as they like hate on it, they're the ones that are like
really proud.
Pumping us up to everybody. So
the hype men.
Hype crew, strong.
No, that's not. So you've described to our viewers how strong your family have come through with the support. Look, I know that you've had to do a lot of your own research. How hard is that, doing all of your behind-the-scene research? It must be time-consuming because I'd like to add they both work full-time. So that is like massive because I know that I'm quite with the very blessed with the Blue Wave team. They're quite flexible. I run my family as well, and I do try to do the little family business on the side, but it's really hard. Like I cannot even keep up with half of the messages that come through, and I from time to time have to post up please, apologies, I can't reply right now.
Yeah.
How do you both handle that?
We're lucky.
Yeah,
that
we
there's
do
two
split.
parts,
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
thing is if I've got something going on with my family, Meals picks up the slack and vice versa. The thing with if you contact us via email, Instagram, whatever, there's always be comfortable in knowing that there's always someone on the other end, like a real person. You're not
Yeah.
like contacting like a team of people from like India or whatever.
Yeah,
You're
yeah, yeah.
actually speaking to a person.
To the owners?
Yeah, to the owners.
To the
yeah.
owners.
So yeah, we really that's the great thing about being in a partnership and an understanding partnership with
Yeah.
so much respect for one another. We understand. We do
Life
have
happens.
commitments. We have like my 3 kids, like support from the village.
Yeah.
Yep. A bit of neglect in the evening, like mummy's time. And that's the other thing
Mummy's
is
time.
when you're really enjoying, like you're really, really passionate about something,
Yeah.
it's not work really, is it?
No, no.
It excites me every time. Like it's even though like sometimes I'll just come back from work, I'll be doing orders. It's exciting.
Yeah.
And it's not work.
No,
yeah.
it's not,
I love
yeah.
it.
Yeah, and I
Love it.
think it's like, you know, I think we paint the picture that it's such a rainbows and butterflies, but there are some times where
Yeah.
it is so stressful
Yeah.
and so overwhelming that it's okay to take time for yourself as
Yeah.
well and not get burnt out.
Self-care.
Yeah, self-care is important.
Yeah. I think my sister, who does a lot of our admin, who also has a newborn baby, also works full time. She's made it, and she's stressed as well that self care is very important. And I think the pressure that we do receive from our online critics does take a bit of toll on there. So you've been talking about the challenges. How do you stay on top of your challenges that you face because you don't want it to be? You want to be able to be that problem solver, and how do you stay motivated?
I think it's only human nature to go through phases where you're not motivated and you want to give up. But like people who own businesses by themselves, I take my head off to them because I
serious.
really don't know how they do it.
Yeah.
But we're lucky we've got 2 people, and sometimes Susan can tell me like I can't do anything this week, or I'll tell Susan like I'm busy with family, and the other person picks up the slack, as well as our husbands. So it's more about teamwork. That's how we get through it, I think. And just that real passion to push with what we dreamed up, and also what our parents have doing for us pretty much, which is to do what we want to do.
And then just our motivation also is our customers.
Yeah.
Like receiving the amazing feedback from our customers.
Yeah, so
it
lovely.
really pushes us to
Yeah,
just
yeah.
perform like last minute, I'm graduating like tomorrow, can I quickly come and pick up some shoes? Even though we're an online store, we still kind of try and make that extra effort to be available and cater to them when they really need it. So our customers are a really good driving force
amazing.
for us too. Yeah.
I know we're just going to go into a break, but before we go into a break, I know that there's a few questions, so we're going to come back. But if some of our viewers do have any questions with regards to the perfect fit, we don't want to talk about problems. We want to talk about how to solve those problems. And today, if you've got your curvy soles, we've actually got a few customers in the background trying on some shoes, and a shout out to that customer I'm not going to mention, and she's enjoying it. She's like giggling away trying on the shoes. So we'll let Cinderella Potter try on her shoes. But straight after the break, we're going to ask the girls a few more questions. So please send your questions through. But we're going to ask who your Pacific woman or Pacific hero is. Pacifica hero, sorry. So right after the break, we're going to talk about the last few things, the touch up, the last words of encouragement to our viewers. Stay tuned.
La musica nei tatu e matasi ai ai pule a o ia fica e fai le nei olanga se ole fia lada tu sama brothers fa fia in lo wanganga mana tu fo ile nei olanga ele tu maru ele to ia fo se salamo ile tu ngama nei e fanga lo ta longo amasefai. Ai puleia oi samoela patata. Seba mai, soleba, eba mai música atama. Ole tui sama brothers. Asala se ngana la fo inu o mala ai siva mai masu e mai sa upana. Tupulanga afai o e ona ile ava. Fai mali e masu e mai sa upana. Se ole ona eva fia ele tai tai ona mapatia sa ole fauka go ole happy male fia. Se eva mai soleva eva mai música atama. Ole tui sama brothers. Asala se ngana la fo inu o mala ai siva mai masu e mai sa upana. Sama brothers. Asala se ngana la fo inu o mala ai siva mai masu e mai sa upanga. Seba mai soleva eba mai música atama. Ole tui sama brothers. Asala se ngana la fo inu o mala ai siva mai masu e mai sa upanga. Seba mai soleva eba mai música atama. Ole tui sama brothers. Asala se ngana la fo inu o mala ai siva mai masu e mai sa upanga. Eba mai soleva eba mai música atama. Ole tui sama brothers. Asala se ngana la fo inu o mala ai siva mai masu e mai sa upanga. Seba mai soleva eba mai música atama. Ole tui sama brothers. Asala se ngana la fo
BluTable Talanoa. Today we have the beautiful owners here from Muse Footwear. It's not Muse Footwear, but the company name is Muse, but they own a footwear company that caters to the woman that God blessed with more. Because they've got more to give, and it's all about that blessing those ones. So today they've shared their stories, their challenges, their success stories, and the family behind the success. And we are going to carry on with who is your Pacifica hero? Like, do you have a Pacifica hero? I mean, we all like. I think we always mention, oh, my hero is Superman. Oh, my hero. But I think we're going to shy a little bit away from that, and we're going to talk about who is your Pacifica hero.
Am I going first?
Yeah, you are, because you're the midst.
You're the midst of the
first.
So, being brought up Tongan
Yeah.
and women in Tongan culture are quite strong. So I would have to say that obviously all the women in my family are my heroes because I might get a slap if I don't say it.
all the women in her family, the Tongan family, yeah.
But if I was specific, definitely Valerie Adams. She's a strong Tongan woman doing her thing, living her dream, which was an inspiration to everybody.
Yeah.
And also the owner of the Pacific Business Hub, lovely Laura. She does a lot behind
Very
the scenes.
supportive
Yeah.
of Pacifica businesses.
I agree. So you've got all the women, in your family.
Yes.
No names because that would
Everybody equal.
Valerie Adams. She is such an inspiration. And yeah, I agree 100%. We talk about heroes that we don't meet and, these big superstars. But yeah, Laura, here, the owner of the Pacific Business Hub, she's actually the one who has connected us
she's amazing.
to help our Pacifica women. So that's also my massive shout out to Amelia's family. Also to Valerie Adams. Yeah. Valerie Adams, I hear that you are looking for some shoes. So if you need, hit up the girls from shoes. So the girls are like, stop it there. Unless he's already been. But I'm just saying.
On you go.
But and also to Laura, the Pacific Business Hub. Now we're going over to, we're going to cross over live too.
Okay, I would say my hero, I know, I would say my mum.
Yeah.
She, in her life, revolved completely around her children. And hopefully I'm a living testament of, the product of my mum. She courageously lived her last few years with cancer.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, she bridged that gap. So my dad's Fijian.
Yeah.
She's Samoan, but she was up in there with the Fijian community, up in there with the Samoan community, and just kind of there was no really Samoan Fijian. There was no
She
separation.
embraced both. Yeah.
She merged the two communities together.
I love that.
Auckland Fijian. People thought she was actually Fijian because
thought she
she
was
actually
Fijian
could
when I
speak
first met
Fijian. I see. She was just she's just a massive inspiration to me, and forever will be. And I would forever just honor my mum. Yeah.
And I think you both have, you are both the living testimony of everything. I've heard there's so much more that we've spoken about that we're unable to share on live because of the time. But man, don't worry, we're gonna bring the girls back. I think.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for
No,
having us.
it's
That
been
was
good.
great.
But before we head off, before we wrap it up, what is can you share with our viewers from the both of you an encouraging words to help those if you're sitting there going, oh, you can do it. I think the power, everyone's quite powerful in their own way. So do you have an encouraging, something that's got you through?
Yeah, just after honoring my mum used to just say, go for it, bub, and I'll forever hear that. She was the motivating factor for me to start Muse and for me to start a lot of things in my life. So just her constant, I could still hear her voice, go for it, bub. So I'll forever go for it, mum. And
that's
so
nice.
just do it, go for it.
Go for it.
So like Susan, I lost my father years ago as well. So my mum, and she's also the boss of our family, and she
Strong
supports
lady.
us. But my mum and my dad always used to say, when you have trust, respect, and honesty, love will follow. So those are the 4 keys that you need to take to every relationship,
Beautiful.
including Muse, I think. And if you've got that, which I think our Pacific Island community have, we have such big hearts. You've already got the heart, the skill, the talent. You just need to do it.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Just do it.
Sometimes too much heartache. Sometimes too much heartache. I heard the story, but I love the combination because you're right. You both disagreed on the fact that friends can't or can go into business together, and you know, you've proved that, and you've shown us that two different personalities, still similar, but you have a different way of approaching things, and that's awesome. And you know, I loved hearing both your story. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Laura.
Yes, Laura,
you're amazing.
She's amazing.
But it's been an absolute pleasure having you both. Where can our viewers find your online platform? You know, where can, because you're now on TikTok.
Susan's on TikTok now.
I try to keep up with the youngins.
The youngins.
Try to give what the people want.
Power to the people.
Yeah.
Everything is Muse.
Everything. We're basically an online business, and when given the opportunity, we do hold regular pop-up shops to give our customers the opportunity to come in and try before they buy.
Yeah.
But www.muse.co.nz, that's Muse, MEUZ.co.nz, that's where you'll find us.
Yeah, and you're also on Facebook. We've got the Facebook page that we're gonna.
Perfect.
Love it.
Page. Is everything all aligned in there? Yeah.
I love that. And do you regularly put up pop-up shops online?
Yes.
Share it on your page?
Our main way of advertising and communications is all done via social media, our Instagram, Muse Shoes, and obviously TikTok, and our Facebook page.
Yes.
So,
and I know Laura shares it a
she's
lot on the
amazing.
Pacific
So
Business Hub. So
supportive.
please, head over. You know, they've mentioned that it does take a village to, you know, to raise a family. It does. It's the same in business.
Yes.
So can you imagine if all our Pasifika people, oh my goodness,
That'd be amazing. Love to meet you all.
come through. You'll be dealing directly with the owners of Muse. So head over to the girls page and hit like, share, love, and also do the same for Blue TV.
Yes.
Hit like, love, share. It is. We will be wrapping it up now, and we will end off with the phrase of the day that we're a video that has also been organised by Blue Wave team. But that's us now, ladies. We will have another chat soon.
For sure.
Yes.
For sure. Thank you,
With the husband.
Thank you.
Yes, with the husbands, I love that. But thank you once again to all of our viewers, to our special sponsor, Se Oriana, and I do apologise. I always forget Sarah, and how rude. I'm so sorry. The beautiful Mel from Se Oriana, thank you for your sponsorship, your support. We appreciate and love you for everything that you've done here for the team. Not to forget the Pacific Business Hub, who owner Laura, which was also, it's all about hearing that.
Yeah, it really is.
She's been amazing. The Blue Wave team. You know, you've got, if you need a lawyer, we've got lawyers here. Yeah. If you
One-stop shop.
One-stop shop. We've got shoes, we've got clothing, we've got accountants, we've got Pacific 40, we've got, who else? Did you know we've got insurance? Pacific-owned insurance company.
Okay.
Cover Sure, that's here. Who else? Blue, Makanet.
Nice.
Oh my goodness, I don't know, these talented Pasifika people. Also, don't forget we're celebrating Rotuman Language Week this week. Head over to Ministry Pasifika People, the page, hit like, get to know your community, connect with your community, connect with our Rotuman community, celebrate and acknowledge, keep their language alive. But thank you once again to everyone. See you guys tomorrow. Our special guest tomorrow, we have Johnny from Brown Pride tomorrow.
Nice.
Johnny from Brown Pride. So tune in tomorrow, guys. Thank you so much for the love and support. God bless.
See ya.
See ya.
Ra'ota uma arotuma. Ra'ota uma arotuma.
Noia e Maori o Te Wasale Tamara. The word for today is Nusarongi, which means New Zealand. Foexia.
Short of amazing, she's mine.
of love. I can't believe the way she make me feel. I'm out from feeling down. I can't believe that this is real. It's only when she's around. She's a hard-working lady, got me feeling all crazy. She's mine, she's mine. She's a hard-working lady, nothing short of amazing. She's mine, she's mine. You can see it in her smile. It's only me she thinks about. I would never have to worry about another being around. I can't believe the way she make me feel. She's my heaven here on earth. I can't believe that this is real. She's my one and only in my world. She's a hard-working lady, got me feeling all crazy. She's mine, she's mine. She's a hard-working lady, nothing short of amazing. She's mine, she's mine.
Okay, now even on a rainy day, she make it shine. I don't even need money, cause she knows she will be mine. Mind over matter, cause I love her, probably take some time. But if we work at it hard, this day won't be a waste of time. So never lie to you, lady, I would die for my baby. Looking at our relationship, it has been a big race. Trying my best not to get lazy, but you remind that that's the best thing about having you as my baby. Cause she's a
Hard-working lady, got me feeling all crazy. She's mine, she's mine. She's a hard-working lady, nothing short